Hooray! Welcome to Simple Adventures. This is Nathan. This is George. I'm Rick.
I'm taking my shoes off.
It's taking his shoes off. There goes the introduction. Yeah. What have you been up to, Nathan?
Me? Lots. Ask George first. I'm still taking my shoes off.
Okay, George, what have you been up to?
Well, I have not been doing a lot. I've been out injured a bit, so yeah, it's been pretty quiet for me.
Quiet for you as well?
Yeah, and my son's birthday.
Oh yeah, cool.
And did some actual work in the weekend, which is not quite used to. So but that's alright, that's good. I hear you've been up to a lot, Rick.
I have.
You're busting to tell us about it.
I've been busy. I've just come back from a funeral, so I'm well overdressed, or correctly dressed, as far as I'm concerned. I brought myself a hat.
The hat arrived.
A hat did arrive, and I haven't let them touch it, I haven't let them see it, because they think this kind of hat is a bad idea. It's a Pith helmet.
It's a stupid idea.
It's a stupid. Why do you think it's a stupid idea?
Just size. Yeah.
You reckon a size?
I reckon it's just the size. I reckon you'll catch it on things.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're going to hurt your head with it rather than what you're trying to avoid.
Yeah. I reckon we're going to have we're gonna be able to see Rick. He's going to be off somewhere, and all we're going to hear is this hollow dong, and then oh shit! So I think that's going to be the result of your hat. And I am looking forward to defecating it though.
I'm not, but that's okay. Let's see this thing. Because there's a lot of science that goes into these hats, as I've discovered.
Well, it's lighter than I thought it'd be.
That's the first thing I thought when I got the box. I picked it up and it was just like, wow, this is really light.
First of all, I can see a very important design flaw.
Yeah.
Because if a pregnant lady's urinating in it, there's holes in the bottom.
Well, it's ventilation.
And it will just keep coming out the...
It's designed as a hat.
Can you turn the top?
Can you turn it to top? Can you close them?
No. Maybe? No, you can't. Right,
Is there a plug?
There's no plug. It didn't come with a plug or anything like that. I think it's purely designed as a hat, not as a utrine.
It's lighter than I thought.
Well, it's made out of pith wood, which is a particular weed which grows in
weed?
rice paddies.
Oh, it's too small for me.
It only comes in one size, sorry. But no, it's got an adjustable headband in it, so...
You have a little head. Oh, doesn't seem to be able to adjust much bigger.
It was probably made for... Well, it's made in Vietnam, so it's probably designed for people with far smaller
Does it
egos.
fit you?
Yeah, it fits me alright.
I've got a big bulge in the back of my head though, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, that wouldn't help.
It's very balanced for tipping.
It is. It's English.
Balanced perfectly for tipping.
It's actually designed as a sun hat more than anything else.
Well,
Keeps the sun out of your eyes, out of your hair. It provides ventilation. Having such high peak on it, right, it allows the air to pass up over your head as the sweat evaporates and cools your head in the process.
It's not a bad actually design.
It isn't
it's
actually
probably a lot better than a baseball cap.
Oh yes.
Because I've worn hats like baseball caps, and I reckon once I got heat stroke just from climbing this hill in the hot sunny day with a baseball cap on. I just poured water all over it and wet the hat, and then it sort of came right. But yeah.
Apparently, what you can do is you can dip it in water, and it gets a wet, and then it has extra cooling properties then as well.
Yeah, it's just evaporative cooling, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what happens to the wood when it gets wet?
It just gets wet and it dries out again. Again, it's from a weed which grows on rice paddies, which is what pith is. And so it's naturally quite absorbent, and it is quite tolerant to,
it's very soft.
Damp. It is. It's soft. It's light. It's not designed per se to protect your head, although it will protect your head from minor bumps. Monkeys probably, and things like that. And it comes with a groovy little chin strap, just in case you really need the extra grip on your head.
Yeah, well, I need it because it doesn't fit me. Does it fit you well?
It fits me quite well, actually. It's quite comfortable.
Yeah, there's a bit of visual
You don't need to be looking up. You
You
need
need
to be
to.
looking where your feet are.
No, you don't. Complete the opposite, actually.
That's where the monkeys come from.
So, okay, there could
Oh,
be
yeah.
some issues with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There could be.
Because
Oh,
all the
no,
time.
no, that's what you had the black people for.
Well, for carrying the packs.
Yeah, and for watching out for dangerous animals.
Let's just keep the casual racism at bay. Eh?
Okay, we'll try. We'll try.
Do you remember?
We're not talking these days, we're
Do
talking
you remember
back
the South
then.
African guy about the blacks?
Yes.
Rick, we met the South African guy in a hut.
Yep.
And it wasn't a too remote hut. It was about an hour's walk. And he had a suitcase, like a
Okay.
wheeled trolley suitcase, and it was real rocky and sort of half mountainous, eh? And it had some straps on it which had broken, and we're like, what the hell are you doing? It was with a bunch of 5 guys. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, what hope we have the blacks to do this for us? Racist! Oh my god, this guy was racist. It was funny though. It was pretty funny. It was a loose unit, eh, George?
I think it was.
We ended up drinking quite a lot of spirits in that hut, and then walking out.
You did.
Yeah, it was a big weekend, eh?
That was a big weekend.
That's
But I just couldn't believe it. That's what we've got the blacks for. I'm like,
Oh,
So-
I've had some terror. I know a lot of South Africans, and have known quite a few. They immigrate to New Zealand, I believe, quite often.
yeah, we've got a lot of South Africans here.
And boy, the casual racism that just rolls out of them is just absolutely fascinating, and some of it is highly disturbing. I'm not going to repeat
And
it.
we're kind of stereotyping and being a bit racist there too, aren't we? Against the South Africans. But it seems to me like, you know, racism against a white population seems to be okay.
It does.
Let's not broach that subject. That is a tunnel we do not wish to fall down.
The other thing that I've been investigating is, of course, I have a khaki hat. I have to get the shirt and the
Oh, I
pants
heard
and
about the
everything.
shirt.
I didn't bring the shirt with me this week. I'll
sure,
bring
it's
it next
interesting.
week. 'Cause
Okay.
I might stretch this out a little bit.
Alright.
And so, because I can't quite afford the pants just yet.
The pants are expensive.
They are. It's like $100.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
For these ones.
The 2
Service
pairs of
though,
outdoor pants I have are, I got an outdoor research soft shell pair of pants,
Okay.
and I can't remember what I paid for them, but they normally retail around the $200 mark, and my waterproof pants retail around the $300 mark.
So, okay, $100 isn't too bad.
Yeah, I didn't pay that for that sort of stuff. The way, I don't know, retail in this country these days, you don't buy it unless it's on special.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah.
But speaking of retail and military surplus stuff, we have a it was Army and Outdoors, which is going in on
Yeah, we talked about that
Victoria
last
Street.
week.
Yeah, so yeah, we do have it too. They still haven't opened yet, but I'm doing cruise past every now and then just to keep an eye on where they're up to. Currently, no stock on the shelves, but
That building opposite fell down today too.
it did. It just
Yes.
fell down. Nice,
Fell down.
high, strong wind and plenty of rain.
Yeah,
Just fell over.
yeah. That was in the building
Well,
across the street.
I love it because it's the complete opposite. Like they don't build them like they used to. Yeah, and I hate that. I'm like, oh, they don't build them like they used to, and you're like, well, that's probably a good thing.
In this
Some
particular
ways.
instance,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I like your helmet. I'm actually mildly impressed by it.
That's the thing that got me with it. Is I received
I thought it was
and
going to be a lot heavier.
"Ah." And so did I. I thought it was going to be like out of a heavier wood, like a cedar or a mahogany. I love that word, mahogany. But it just rolls off the tongue so nicely. But
It also makes me feel slightly violated. Creepy bastard.
but it's a one. I think it's going to be fantastic. Obviously, you think I'm just going to hit my head on everything
Oh.
and get pissed off.
You're going to hit it because you can see by the design, you're probably what a good. I mean, doesn't sit flush on my head, but you're a good 1 to 2 inches taller, aren't you?
Yeah. So.
And I found that wearing hard hats. You've found that wearing hard hats too, eh?
Yeah.
And it just
You start whacking around.
you just don't have that. I think they call it your proprioceptive sense.
Yeah.
That's the
sounds
sense
about right.
of your place in the world.
I'm figuring that I'll just probably wear it
You
for a
see-
week around the house.
You can
Just
you're
get
still
used to
aware
it.
of where you are, you're just not aware of where the hat is.
Yeah, just get used to it, walking up the low beams, hitting it on stuff, and eventually I'll figure out where it is. I'm guessing that's how they got used to it back in the day, just wore it all the time. And
I think
eventually,
you will get used to it. But they're a play thing for like the savannas, and there's not much low hanging grass.
They were used in exploring Central Africa.
Yeah.
And they're a sun hat, so they provide you that extra protection from the sun. Again, that's why they've got such a wide brim around the outside and peak. Keeps the sun off your nose.
You're going to have vision issues. And I think that's where you'll get frustrated by it. Maybe not so much whacking your head, but it's definitely the vision issues. Because you'd be surprised how much you want to look up.
I think it's actually supposed to sit back further.
Yeah, I can't get it on my head, so...
So I think... Because you want to wear it nice and low, because then you feel like a...
Jesus, you can't see anything!
But I think it's actually supposed to sit back up, sort of...
Is your bun in the road?
Yeah, my bun's in the road. But it's sort of prop up on your head, kind of. So...
Yeah, that's right. That looks good.
I've got a bit of vision, and again, it's arched in here. I think it'll be fine.
I quite like it. I'm more impressed than I thought it was going to be.
So I'm quite looking forward to that. And I also did some looking into the molly system as well, because I figured if I'm going to go down this road wearing khakis and all that sort of stuff, I might as well do the military type gear stuff.
You do military gear?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. It'll be seriously interesting.
I've been looking at getting some military stuff for going hunting, just for shorter trips, and to make it all sort of compartmentalised. You don't have to take like my big pack and a day bag. You can just sort of take my big pack, strip all the extra pouches off, and you got yourself a day bag.
It's a fantastic system. Everything is modular.
Yeah.
And you just strap on what you want. You start off with just, there's two ones. You've got the plate vest thing, which is quite full and encompassing, which would be alright in winter. I think in summer it'd be a bit hot. And then they've got
but you're going to have your cooling system.
Oh
so
yes, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
But
If you ever overheat that hat, so much shit.
But then there's the combat vest thing, and it's just basically like an apron on the front, and then just a strap around the back, and a couple of suspenders.
Yeah,
it's incredibly lightweight.
More pack-like, they're like with front straps and.
Why do teapots always
Yeah.
leak?
It's very similar to that sort of thing, and the idea is that you can keep your back free, so that if you get a deer or something, you can pull it out over your shoulders.
Yeah, I bone mine out. I can't be bothered carrying something that far just to throw it away at the end. So I just take what I'm going to take. Take the meat.
That's the idea behind them, at least anyway. And the advantage being all your gear is on the front.
Yeah.
And it means that you can crawl up things. You got less banging.
Easy
and stuff.
access.
Well, I'd be interested to see how we get it go. We should see if we can get some samples or something, some testers.
Well, I'm going to have a chat with the guys down there and see what I can get.
Try
Ideally,
and get some
I'd like
testers.
just
We'll give it a nudge because they'll have some testing stuff.
yeah, exactly. Just take it up and have a bash. But it's all completely modular. Even their rucksack, you can like take parts off and put bits on and modify it to whatever you want. So I think it's a brilliant system. Just looking at it.
Yeah, I just
Again, it always comes under the problem of a lot of it is camo.
That's true. That is true. You can buy it in other colours. There's
Olive
blue,
and black.
I found them in blue and in red, but you have to pay the high price, the high tariff that they have for that by buying it through this specialty tactical store. And because they're doing funny colours that aren't camo, they charge about $450 for it or something like that.
oh god.
Just for a day pack. And it's just
Well, when the surplus store opens up, we'll go and have a look and we'll see if we can sneaky get some testers off them.
Yeah. Because it's all used gear anyway, so...
Well, no, a lot of it's new stuff.
Most of it new.
Some of it's new, some of it's...
A lot of it's new.
Most of it'll be new, yeah.
The surplus stores are quite a bit different from what they used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's plenty of like a lot of the surplus you get from the armies and stuff now is they've decided to change and they've got a whole bunch left over that's never been used and they get rid of it. But you don't really get that real army surplus anymore, eh?
No.
Not like you got last century sort of thing, where after the Cold War, there was a huge demilitarization and they ended up having a big surplus. We might see it. I don't think we're going to see any demilitarization in the next few decades.
No, not anytime soon.
No, but
most of the big players are sort of keeping to themselves a bit. Only pick on the little people. I don't think they're going to go all out against each other.
No, it's just not worth it these days, eh?
Yeah, there won't be nothing left of either of them.
No, that's the thing. Anyway, back to the outdoor things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Righto, so back to outdoor stuff again. I've got a question for you guys because I'm quite curious. When was the first time that you pitched your own tent?
Pitched our own tent?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a bit of a dumb question, actually.
It sounds like a dumb question.
Well, no, I understand where you're coming from. You're thinking like, when did you like get a bit of competency to look after yourself in the bush? But our parents owned an outdoor store. So we've been pitching. We were masters of pitching tents. What did we do one morning? We did 36 tents one morning, eh?
Oh, something ridiculous like that.
Wow, that's a lot of tents.
Yeah.
Not just by ourselves.
Not just by ourselves, but it was me, you, Dad, and Matt.
And Matt and Alan Paul was there.
Yeah.
Stephen was there.
Yeah, so there's a few of us, but yeah, we smashed that match.
A lot of experience.
But we used to, when we were young, we used to go and put our customers' tents up and show them how to put them up when we're talking primary school age.
Oh, okay, so it'd be like, I'll just send the kids out.
Well,
No,
Dad,
he's been pitching tents for a long time. He knows
Dad would
what
take
he's
us around. So yeah, we were quite masterful at pitching
It
tents.
struggled with the high stuff a little bit.
Yeah, because we're only like 3 feet tall. But and I'm pretty sure our customers got a bit embarrassed because Dad would turn up and we'd just be like, "Oh, putting tents up." And, so yeah, we did that. So yeah, so we've been able to pitch tents for most of our lives.
Because you see, the first tent that I pitched was at a Girl Guide camp.
Listen, it's not even go there. Not even go there. It's too wide open. Like.
Oh, I've been sitting on that line for so long. I just had to get it out nice and
early
early.
morning there. Yeah,
doing
waiting there. Oh,
No, my mother was a Girl Guide instructor.
At least it wasn't band camp.
No.
And I'm pretty sure you went to band camp.
I'm going to leave those stories well out of it because it's completely irrelevant to this particular blog. No, yeah, my mother was a Girl Guide instructor, and so was taking out troops of girls all the time into the bush. And I was just a wee young kid at the time, so I ended up tagging along, and most of the stuff I learned was probably from a Girl Guide manual, to be completely honest.
Probably not that bad. It's good.
Probably not. I did scouts after that as well, and learnt a few things. But again, all that was, 1950s. The images in there were stick figure guys with smoking pipes, with this kid in a striped shirt is assembling something out of rope and sticks. So everything.
We
was
never really
assembled
had
with
any
sticks.
guides, did we? I've never read an outdoor guidebook.
I've read a couple and then I kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
I read a couple of pages of it.
That's all
I
I
can
have
do
to go on at the moment.
It's quite weird. Like I don't know, and this is all opinion. Is you see a lot of stuff online and stuff like that where they teach you to make like survival kits and all things like that. Prime example is lighting fires. All the survival shows and good old Bear Grylls, they all have the striker.
Yep.
Those are really, really hard to make fires out of. I've tried it and we nearly got it going, eh?
Yeah.
We had it going, but we just didn't. We were just pissing around.
You see, I've been looking at a few of these
So-
videos myself, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, those strikers look like a good idea. They look fantastic.
I
And
have
no.
one.
Yep.
I have one, but how I'd use it is I'd always have a Bic lighter, and the problem is when a Bic lighter gets wet, the flint doesn't work.
Yep.
So what I'd do is I'd hold the gas down on my Bic lighter and flick the spark into the lighter. Yeah.
It works.
Ziploc bags.
Well, yeah, or just take Ziploc bags. So a lot of this sort of survival stuff is, I wouldn't say it's pointless, but it's for extreme cases. And so if you have that information in the back of your mind, like, so it's not a bad thing to be able to light a fire with a flint and know how to gather up some tinder and stuff. But the fact is you're not going to do it unless you're in that situation, and those situations are rare. So having that information, knowing that information is fine, but what you need is more of is sort of real practical basic stuff to think, oh, I didn't actually think of that. Like put a lighter in a Ziploc bag.
So I don't
With a
need.
candle.
So I definitely.
With a candle. Candles, like, especially the little tub candles, the tea candles they call
Oh
them.
yeah, tea lights.
They are fantastic for lighting fires because they just sit there burning.
They would actually.
You
Yeah,
just
that would be
like
fantastic.
Make a little stack of
Yeah,
coal
you
on
just
top of it.
like make a
It'll give you that constant
kindling.
flame.
And they just have constant flame. They're
Get
really
some
good.
oils, put them on there.
Yeah.
Like you got oil, you got a fire.
Yeah. So that's way better.
So I don't need to take 30 metres of tape with me.
No. I take tape because tape's handy.
Yeah, but
Tape's always handy.
okay. It's just one of those things. I'm watching these videos and they're like, oh, you need to take this and this and this and this and this and this and this is what I have in my day pack, and I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of stuff.
No.
There's a huge amount of stuff that these guys are
And
doing.
horses and courses. Plan
Exactly.
for where you're going.
Yeah.
Yep. And
As we said last as well.
you don't. Yeah. Think about what you're actually going to use, and keep it at that. Like I take, especially when I'm going to a hut, I normally just take some firelighters and a lighter, and I use them. And I normally take a few extra firelighters, so if I stay longer, I get caught out. I do have a little bit of backup, but a firelighter and a big lighter is going to light you a fire way quicker than one of those striky flinty things.
If you keep them dry.
If you keep them dry.
Again, Ziploc bags.
One of the other
Ziploc bags, yeah.
One of the other things I do take, one of the reasons I do have the striky thing, is that I can light my cooker with the striky thing.
Yep.
Well, they're flints, aren't they? Flints and striker. So I can light my cooker with it. So if I was, stuck, and I had my cooker, I'd light my cooker. Just set fire to things in my cooker. That's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, so you end up using it for that sort of stuff more than sitting there with some tinder and,
Tinder can be quite hard to find.
Oh, and New Zealand's a wet place. It's actually quite hard to light a fire in the bush in New Zealand.
Unless it's summertime.
Summertime can be, but especially winter,
Very easy.
when it's wet, it's hard. Yeah. So that's sort of my thoughts on that. I don't know where we went
That
to
actually
start with
makes
that.
that's actually
Yeah.
quite useful kind of information to have.
I
Like,
think.
I didn't think of it that way. Like, you're right, New Zealand bush is pretty damp
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah. And when you're going out with the intention of being in the outdoors, you need to take the easiest thing. If we stick with lighting fires, you want to take the easiest way to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's all well and good taking a flint and being like, alright, I'm going to try and light this fire. And having that experience and practice and knowledge, because one day you might need it. But
When big lighters run
to
out.
start with, take a fire lighter and a Bic lighter and then light your fire. It's hard enough with it doing like that. So yeah. So that's my gripe about that sort of
That's
survival manual-y sort of stuff, eh?
Yeah.
So no rubbing sticks vigorously
Oh, mate,
or
that's-
anything
that
like
is
that.
hard work. Like that is.
And there's a lot of, like, you can't use two of the same wood. One's supposed to be a harder wood than the other.
Okay.
The stick that you move,
Well, this explains why it's always failed for me.
yeah, it's supposed to be a sort of softer wood.
Yep.
And so you have your base and you rub the stick on top of each other, and the friction. But you need to wear one of them down. That's why it has to be softer. So that creates a bit of embers.
Tinder sort of.
Yes,
thing,
but embers.
yeah.
And you're supposed to have that tinder ready to go.
Oh, and you throw the embers in the tinder.
Or we throw the tinder on the embers,
Oh,
and then you blow on it. Yeah.
I've never.
And you need dry wood.
Yeah.
You always need dry wood.
So it's difficult. And anything I've sort of read about this stuff, it seems to be, I mean, I just don't know, like I'm not I really like Bear Grylls. Like, I read his books, and I think his books and stuff
I've
are
seen that. He's
fantastic.
got mountains of them on your
Yeah, there's a few
bookshelf
there. But I never liked the Man vs Wild series,
Okay.
because it just showed that sort of stuff. Whereas I'd be more interested in sort of tips and tricks of just to have a better time in the outdoors, you know?
How to avoid getting into those situations to start with.
Yeah.
The moral of the story: take a lighter, and take some fire starting blocks.
Yeah, they're not big and not heavy.
Not big, not heavy, easy done.
Yeah, and so a lot of people would maybe take a Bic lighter and some fire starter things, and then a backup, and then another backup. And I'm like, well, I get one backup, but you don't really need two backups, and you just sort of, it all ends up snowballing. But I mean, things like string and tape are just good to have anyway.
I've seen that paracord stuff. That's quite popular, and I see that all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's handy stuff to have, but you don't need a woven bracelet of it. Just take a roll. You know what I mean? Like, although I have paracord bracelets, I like them. They're cool. I like that sort of stuff. But if you're talking about I think I'm going to need some string on this trip. Take a roll of it, like you're going to be unpicking some bracelets and stuff, you know. It's about packing for what you need. So I normally take string. I like.
Try to take a look at something.
Yeah.
Always take tape.
You always take tape. Tape's good. Tape's good on your first aid kit, even if it's just insulation tape.
Yeah.
You know, you can tape quite a big wound closed with a bit of insulation tape.
Done my thumb a few times.
Yeah.
Alright, so you had a topic as well.
I did have a topic, but we've got only a little bit of time left.
Oh
so,
wow. I
Um,
managed to fill it up just with
Introduction.
introduction. Oh,
Yeah.
well. I've
Yeah.
brought a lot to the table today.
it shows how much we researched this one. we just all introduction. I thought we'd finish off talking, sort of expand on your question about pitching the team. When was the first time we did a solo trip?
Just you and me together, or just by ourselves?
Just you and me together.
That would have been Waiha.
Yeah, how old were we?
I think I was just finished 7th form, so I would have
Oh,
been.
we're quite old then. So 16, 17?
Yeah,
Because we had to walk all the way out to Dad's work, eh?
yeah, and then he gave us a ride out to where we went,
Yeah.
and then we spent about 5 days in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's not bad.
pretty much by ourselves. Yeah, we were in 16, 17, around there.
It was a little bit, were we 15, 16?
No, because you get your firearms license.
Oh, yeah, so it would have had to be 16.
Yeah, and it would have come around. It was that next summer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would have been 16. I would have been 18. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not that young, is it?
No.
So it was a good trip. Like anything exciting happened, or was it
No,
really
just pretty.
benign?
No, that's within the importance of taking a can opener.
Yeah. Yeah, we left the cat opener at home, eh? We didn't have a cat opener. Did I left my boots at home too, eh?
So I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a trip I left my boots at home. I had to wear my sneakers all the way in.
So let me get this right. You went into with a whole lot of canned goods and no can opener.
Oh, we only had one can. We had 2 cans of smoked fish. Was all we needed for a can opener, but.
We didn't have a can opener. Well, you'd open a can with a knife.
Yeah.
It's not overly hard. It's not very good for the knife, but
No.
you get a razor sharp can top. But yeah, you get into it.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how easily you can get into things when you're hungry. Fucking gnaw through a can if you really want to.
It's like I've seen it done with a concrete verge, and you just rub it backwards and forwards along the top, and it breaks the seal on the top of the can,
Yeah.
and then the top just pops out of it. But of course, you're in the bush, so there's no concrete verges, obviously.
Oh,
I
there's
suppose
rocks
you-
and
But
stuff,
you can
so-
rub it on a rock.
So you're just wearing down the join.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because the top will be.
Because it's just a
It's
fold
rolled
over.
on,
It's
yeah.
a rolled on edge, so all you have to do is wear that roll on edge off.
We just need to get it gone. Just get one little bit up, and you could use a fork or a knife or something.
Yeah. That's a nice tip, Rick.
Oh, yeah, your multi-tool. That's probably got a can opener.
Yeah, the knife's got a can under it. I don't tend to take my multi-tool though.
Oh, well, I thought you said you were.
I was getting there and sort of there humming and hawing and stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah, I'll go tea.
yeah, I sometimes take it, but I've kind of not misplaced it, but it's gone sort of in the back of the drawer since I had to eat noodles with it, and then it went through the wash and stuff. Eating noodles with a pair of pliers is hard work.
Yeah.
I've invested in a spork since then, and I'm actually impressed by the spork. I always thought it was a stupid bit of kit, but it's just really handy to have one eating utensil, and it does everything you need.
Because you can get the ones with the knife on it as well.
Well, it's got a little serrated edge.
Okay.
I wouldn't
I got milk.
oh, you got one. I wouldn't count on it as a knife. I'd always take a knife.
But then you kind of want to hold down with a fork and use your knife. And
Well, it depends what you're eating. Like if you're eating steak,
Yeah.
but I always take a knife anyway, like a proper big knife.
Well, if you manage to get steak somehow up in the bush.
Well, sometimes we take steak.
Okay. Or caught steak. I was thinking more along the caught side.
it's-
You probably had a knife in order to be able to get the meat off said animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Some,
We generally don't just like spit roast a deer.
So all the images I have in my mind are being shattered
I
right
can
now.
actually just think about spit roasting a deer because it's got super long legs. Every time it goes around, it just hits the ground. You're like, dump. Yeah, I know, but it just seems way more
Sprinkle
comical
legs.
with these giant legs flopping around. But yeah, anyway, we digress again. We'll call this podcast the digression.
It's been a good podcast though. I'm enjoying this one.
That's alright.
I'm sorry, I just got the image of these massive antlers just lopping around, getting all tangled up trying to do this.
We do. Just for our viewers, we do know how to do things properly. We just think it'd be funny. Ah, good times, good times.
So I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we do, because the battery's going flat too.
Fantastic idea. So this has been me, myself, Rick, and Nathan, and George. Thank you for listening or watching. Have you done it yet? Have you put the stuff in the bottom?
Oh, no, I'm going to be changing it.
Okay, so we're changing a few things. So
so
it'll happen eventually.
It'll happen eventually.
Apparently.
We're moving website hosting. So.
Ooh, exciting. Alright.
Well, maybe, if I've got some money. Alright, so we're done?
We're done.
Alright, goodbye guys.
See ya.
Bye.